Hi, welcome to the Real Deal Daily, valuable information to save you time, save you money, or otherwise enhance your life. Today I actually wanted to talk about something that happened to me this week because it was, to some people it would have been quite traumatic. And to me there's like a big lesson to be learned from the whole experience. So I wanted to kind of explain what happened and then tell you kind of, my perspective on it. So I went out one evening to go grab a bite to eat. I had to go run some errands, and so I wanted to grab a quick bite. So I sat at the bar at this restaurant, and I want to keep the restaurant nameless because I don't like to, shame people publicly, and it's just not what I do. But it was a little bit disappointing, I have to say. But then I began to think about, after what happened, what lesson was learned from it. And so I'm sitting there at the bar, my food arrives, and I'm getting ready. I ordered 2 tacos, and I'm getting ready to bite into one of the tacos. And you can pretty much imagine where this may be going. I take the first bite, and all of a sudden, I feel like a solid object in my mouth that's not food. And I bit into it slightly, and then when I ended up pulling it out, it turned out to be a 3-inch metal wire in my taco. And most people would have been up in arms, called the manager over right away, been bitching and moaning and complaining about how could this have happened, yada, yada, yada. And here I am thinking in my own head, thank goodness nothing happened. Thank goodness I did not bite into it harder and break a tooth. Thank goodness it didn't rip the inside of my mouth apart. Thank goodness I didn't swallow it, because, you can just imagine what it might have done to my, throat and intestines and God knows what else. Obviously I called the manager over. I showed them what happened. The entire team from the restaurant ended up convening in the kitchen, trying to figure out what went wrong. It turned out it was a wire from one of the splatter covers for frying. It fell off and fell into my taco, and nobody noticed it. Nobody was aware of it, and it ended up on my plate. And it was interesting because my neighbors down the way, a couple was there, and they basically were up in arms about it. They were like, okay, lawsuit waiting to happen. How could this have happened? They started wanting to place blame on everyone around them. And I'm sitting here thinking to myself, you know what? Why are you so angry? It happened to me. Like, why are you angry? It's like, I didn't quite understand that. And here I'm sitting in my mind, like, thank goodness nothing happened to me. Like, it could have been so much worse. And I was calm, cool, and collected. They came over. I wrote up an incident report. They're checking up on me every couple days. And they ended up comping my meal, giving me a bunch of gift certificates to come back, hoping that I'll return as a patron. But I think the fact that I was so calm about it made the management from the restaurant so much more compassionate and so much more on top of making sure that I was okay. Had I been somebody that went off the wall and gotten angry and bitter and wanting to blame the world, their reaction would have been so much different. They would have been on the defensive, and it's like it just would have gone down a whole different way. But because I was so calm, cool, and collected about it, and and I kind of questioned myself afterwards. I'm like, maybe I was too calm and collected. But at the end of the day, I was thinking, maybe it happened to me for a reason. Maybe the restaurant needed a wake-up call to have proper procedures on how to do things so that this doesn't happen again. And maybe they had kind of closed one eye and were getting lazy. And this was a lesson for them. A very, non-threatening lesson, being, the calm person I am, for them to get their shit in order, essentially. You can take 2 approaches in life. You can blame others, look at things from the outside, or really just be thankful and grateful, for things just happening in a way so that nothing worse could have happened, and that's kind of how I look at it. And I'm happy nothing happened. I'm happy I have all my teeth. I'm happy I didn't rip my mouth apart, and walk away from it, and just thank everybody. Just be thankful nothing happened. So anyway, that's my message for the week. I know it was a little longer than normal, but I hope you guys have a nice, happy, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. And until next time, talk to you soon.